Hello, beautiful people. How are you all doing? Thank you very much for always supporting me. I really appreciate. If today is the first day you are coming across this channel or you are seeing my face for the first time, I am Agatha Progress channel here on YouTube, and I come across your way every blessed day. In this channel, we react to all videos, and in this channel as well, all opinion is highly needed. So this video we're about to watch, I don't know what you felt about this video, but I do hope you pick success from this video. So here is the video. Let us watch it together, and I'll be right back.
Aboki FS is not the problem of the Naira. And these are the things we warned about. When you devalue your currency, it's a simple English. Value means that the thing get quality. Abi? It still gets some things, we still respect them. But you can't say devalue. D is minus value. That means you commot the value of the currency. So if you, on your own, as a country, remove the value of your own currency, value has come down. Nigeria does not produce. And those are the other factors, and we should know that. They have devalued Nigeria currency. The economy itself is massively devalued. And this thing did not start in one day. And that's also one of the lessons we need to pick up when we say Buhari must go. We are not saying only Muhammad Buhari. We are saying that all the shenanigans of leadership, of rulership, I mean, because these guys are no leaders. Since the structural adjustment program, when Nigeria was transferred from a welfareist economy, you know, in Nigeria before, while some of us were growing up, there used to be a lot of companies. You have textile mills, you have glass companies, you have oil companies, you have palm oil companies. The NNPC was working, a lot of other companies were working. As at that time, Nigeria was a capitalist country actually, but it subscribed to the policies of John Maynard Keynes, which says add some state welfare, some little welfare to how people live. Don't just bring all the, you know, what they call budget today is an accumulation of the wealth and sweat of the people themselves. Now with the monkey they walk, baboon they wait, then they chop. So at that period, they now say, okay, let's give them free primary health care, free primary education, some companies, jobs everywhere. But immediately, the neo-imperialist policies, the neoliberal policies from World Bank and IMF, and that's also takes me to what that company said about loans. All of us must understand the political economy of loans. The more Buhari government take loans, the more they will never fund your education anymore. The more they take loans, they will never fund your health sector. The more they take loans, they will never fund agricultural sector. The more they take loans, they will finish the oil sector. The more they take loans, they will destate the state. What it means is that what the functions of the government will be transferred from government functions to private functions, because these are the conditions that are with taking of loans. The World Bank and IMF, they believe that any country that is taking their loans must not do anything that is welfareist in their country. In fact, one of the conditions of all these loans that we are taking is the total devaluation of the naira. You get it? So the implications of all of these things, comrades, is what makes us to go to all of the factors. You know, Buhari promised that he will fight corruption when he gets to government. 3 factors. He said he will fight the bad economy and that he will fight insecurity. In all of the 3, he has not only failed, he has multiplied corruption. He has skyrocketed the bad economy. And he has turned Nigeria into a war zone. So, anybody who wants to choose between any of these strands of the ruling class is like choosing between Boko Haram and ISWAP. So, comrades, our responses to the positions of the Nigerian ruling class must never be from above. Any idea of those responses from above, we should start fighting them. We have condoned that enough. Because the issue is this. I want to say this, I'm a Yoruba man, by the implication of Yorubaness. Because actually I'm an Ikale man from Ondo State. That there are several ethnic minorities in Yoruba land. They are the ones who deserve self-determination. There are several ethnic minorities. You get it? In Igbo land, they are the ones who deserve self-determination. Several ethnic minorities in the north, they are the ones who deserve self-determination. Because we need to be genuine. All of these distractions are enough. Now, why is it that we must give unconditional support to everybody being attacked by the Buhari government? Because we must not give them an inch anymore of gains. If they fight Nnamdi Kanu, we fight them back. Yes. If they fight Sunday Igboho, we fight them back. Anybody the Nigerian ruling class is fighting, we fight them back. But we must be clear to tell all of those our comrades, it's time to face the truth, because the Nigerian ruling class want war. They have handled war economy. I'm not sure there can be anybody as rich as the northeastern governors because of the money they accrue from security allowances. So they understand how to manage war. Take all their fine children and all of that abroad and allow people to be killing themselves. But what we want is a revolution. What's the difference between a revolution and war? War actually is working youths, killing themselves for the sake of their rulers. For me, that's war. A revolution is when working youths come together to fight their rulers and defeat their rulers.
Hey, this is so interesting. This is the situation of the country right now. Who can think or imagine this type of thing going on in Nigeria? Everybody is waking up from the slumber, from the sleep. These are things that the leader of Biafra, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has foreseen in so many ways, so many occasions, and he has opened the eyes of so many people. Now everybody can stand up to their feet and declare what they want. Can you imagine? Nigeria at 61. What is really going on? Hey, look at Abuja, is on fire. Thank you very much, everyone, for always tuning into this channel. I'm so grateful. Thank you for your support. As I said before, stay glued to this channel because I give it to you the way it comes and you will never regret it. Thank you very much once again. And if you haven't subscribed, do it to click on that red subscribe button that says subscribe and turn on the bell icon for more latest updates. See you when I see you. For now, bye.